Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. This is my time for knitting these sort of things. I'm getting a little bit of this cardigan done, and I quite like knitting this little bubble stitch pattern. There's actually 6 rows to the pattern, but you're only doing 1 row where you actually make the bubble. So it is quite quick to knit. There's 5 quick rows and one a little bit slower when you're making the bubble. But anyway, I've had a lot of comments. I haven't answered a lot of them yet on my last video about the forms I got, the tax return forms I got from the United States. And everybody seemed to think it was a scam, but I'm telling you it is not a scam. Where are my forms? These were the forms I got, and the forms are called 1042S. And this is to do with my YouTube, because I get paid from some of my subscribers who watch the videos that live in the United States. If I wasn't in the UK and I were in some other country that doesn't have a treaty with the United States, a tax treaty, that would have they have to pay the tax to the United States for those American viewers that give them a little bit money by watching the ads. And that's for. That's just the forms telling me. It's got all my information on the forms, and I know it is definitely not a scam, because the same forms are in my we have an account on YouTube. It's called the Google AdSense account, and that's where all our money from YouTube goes to when people watch the adverts and that, and goes in there every month. And those same forms are in the AdSense account. And the only thing that I was thinking about was I hadn't a clue what I was supposed to do with those forms. I didn't know whether I had to fill anything in and send anything to the United States, and that was what I was on about. And I've just picked a bit of that stitch up underneath there. And anyway, I've been Googling it again this morning. That's why I haven't gotten as much knitting done as I wanted to do. So I've finally sorted it out that I don't have to do anything. It's just more or less telling me that I don't have to pay any tax on anything in the United States because of the tax treaty that the UK has with the United States. And I googled it until I found someone who was an expert. I think he must be like, his job must be in that kind of thing, because he explained everything and said that if you get forms like that, because there's been an awful lot. When I looked on YouTube, actually YouTube was the best place to look for it, and when I did look there was an awful lot of people asking the same thing I was asking about these forms. I hadn't a clue what to do with them. And this fella put a video up and was explaining everything and saying that if you're in the UK, you don't have to do anything because you don't pay any tax to the United States. Just file those tax returns with your own forms that you get. Like, well, I'll get my tax returns for this country and that later on. And he settled it for me, so now I know I don't have to do anything. I just have to keep those forms just for reference, really, you know, in case I have to show them to the UK tax people. That's all it's for. And so that's sorted out, because one thing I do know, I know a scam when I see one. I am tech savvy. I know exactly what is a scam and what isn't, and I know I get lots of them on my phone, on my mobile phone, my house phone. I'm not going to tell you what I tell a lot of them on there, because the language isn't very nice. But I get an awful lot of them, and I just tell them, you know, I wasn't born yesterday, and I get them on my phone, so I just put the phone down on them. And I usually just, any calls I get on my phone, my mobile phone, I usually just block them, because I know which are the scams and which aren't. So all you nice people who thought it was a scam and was warning me and everything not to worry, because I knew it wasn't a scam. It's all sorted now, so you've got no need, nobody's got any need to worry. And I'm trying to do a little bit knitting today to make up for what I didn't do yesterday, trying to find out, I googled those forms, not on YouTube. I just googled everywhere and I could not find anything that told me what to do, what I had to do with those forms. I didn't know whether I had to fill something in on them and send them to the address on the phones, or if they're somewhere in the United States, whether I had to send them back to there, or I couldn't find anything at all until I started looking on YouTube this morning. And I should have looked there in the first place, because that's where I found all the information. So if there's any of you people watching this that have a YouTube channel and have getting those forms, there are 3 forms you get that I'll tell you what it says. It's the 1042S. It's a foreign person's US source income subject to withholding for 2021. And you get 3 copies. There is copy B, copy C, there's another one somewhere, copy D. And all you have to do is file them with all your other papers that you have anything to do with tax. You do not have to do anything about them if you're in the UK. And some other countries probably have treaties as well with the United States, but us in the UK, just put them to one side, forget about them, but don't throw them away, keep them, because you could need them for your own tax reasons. And that was just a little bit information for anyone that might want to know anything about them. But I'm just enjoying doing a little bit of knitting, and it's rather cold here today. And I'm back on my other channel this morning. Sheila's Just Knitting. I have just hit 800 subscribers. Well, it's 804 now, I think it is. But I've put a little video up on that channel thanking, all the subscribers, and, bragging like I like to do when I get that far. And when I get a lot of subscribers, I like to brag about it. The only problem with that channel is I'm getting the subscribers too quick, because you do have to have 400 watch hours before you can monetize it. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours before you can monetize that channel. And I have 800 subscribers, but I've only got just over 2,000 watch hours. So even if I get to the 1,000, I'll probably not be able to monetize it for a little while, because the subscribers are coming too quick and I'm not getting enough viewing for it. But I'm not really bothered. I'm quite happy with what I get off this one channel at the moment. Actually, it gives me a little bit extra, a few extra pennies every month. And this wool, the King Cole Beaches, is very fine when I'm knitting with it. It says to knit on 4mm needles, but I'm sure it should be knitted on smaller ones, it's more like 4-ply than double knitting. This is very fine. But anyway, I'm doing what I can with this. But I did have got quite a bit more of this one. This one, I'll be doing this one later on today. This is Daggery's thing, and you see I've got the lace columns on it. Like I told you in the other video, I'm decreasing the columns. I've done one there, and I think I've just decreased the third one. So I think I've got 2 more to go, and I'll end up with just a single one, which I'm just taking, a V-neck, which I'm just taking up to the thing. So that's how far I've got with that. I can't sort of spread it out because it's quite large on the needles, but I'll spread it out over my boobs so you can see the pattern better. There. So I might probably possibly get that front finished tonight when I start. I'll start on it, but I'm not starting on it till tea time because when I finish doing a little bit of this, I do have one of my own that I want to carry on with, which I didn't have time yesterday at all. That's that one I was doing. It's quite a few days since I've done anything on this. I think it would have been, I don't think I even got anything done on it last weekend. But that was how far I have got with that. I've got the back done and this is one of the sides. So I'm coming on a little bit with that. But because of me messing on with the Google and that this morning and messing on with YouTube to find out about those forms and that, I didn't get any of this done this morning. So I'm doing it this afternoon instead of doing this. Because this is an order, like, and I do want to get these orders finished. And then I might even get onto this one here. I started this one quite some time ago as well. It's oh, that's cable needle I've got stuck in there. That's a brown Aran. This is brown Aran I'm doing with the cable and the moss stitch. And I think this is going to be about a 26, I think, when it's done. I'll have to check up on the pattern. I can't even remember what size I was doing actually. I'll probably have to count up the stitches and to find out what size I was doing. I started that one that long ago and all. Put that one back in the bag. And the other one back in the bag. Yeah, I should really just do one thing and stick to it, you know, really. I start knitting something, you know, and I get a bit sick and I want to do something else, and that's what I end up doing. I don't think I've got anything else. But I do want to do a few more of those baby blankets, like that last baby blanket I did, because it seemed to go down pretty well. People seemed to like it, and I thought I could do with some of those on my shop, I think. But anyway, I'm going to carry on doing with this before I get some tea, and if you want to see more when I get round to it, thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll get back to you another time. So bye for now.